Hello everybody, and I am so thankful that you decided to stop by. I am super excited about today's episode. This is the final episode of the third season, and we could not be going out with a bigger bang. Everybody out there, please give a warm welcome. The legend, the myth, the GOAT,
Stop.
Mr. Danny Young.
Stop.
What did I say that wasn't true?
No, I would not most of it, but I'm not going to argue with it. You're my buddy.
As you all know out there, we always include a game in our Todd Talks, and today's game is Word Sneak Bingo. Leaning into the word of the year, engage, we want you to participate. So get out your bingo card and listen closely to our conversation. When you hear a key word on your bingo card, make sure you mark it off. First one to get bingo, tell us in the chat. All right, Danny, are you up for a little game of bingo?
I am. I'm a bingo fiend.
I have no idea how we could put together a list of potential one-liners from the Danny Young. How many notepads you got over there full of them?
I've got stacks of them. It comes with being 114 years old, Todd. Okay. Some of them are on papyrus.
I thought it just had something to do with you being from Louisiana. I thought you were like Alabama and just got some indoor plumbing. So, Mr. Danny, what did you do today before you got on with Todd Talks?
I did the same thing I do every day. I prepared. I put together some stuff that I wanted to say today. I took a break for a turkey sandwich. One thing I'm going to do right after this call, me and Sandy are going to get in the car. We're going to go to where our new house is that we're building, because I personally think that everybody in their mid-70s should build a house. And so we're doing that, and we're doing that for a couple of reasons. Number one, Sandy Young deserves it, and number two, we can because of Symmetry. It's just been a blast doing that. You know, Sandy and I go, you know this, Todd, you've been with us before, but we go every 2 weeks to Ruth Chris Steakhouse, and we got our own table, got our own server. I'm like an 8-year-old in there. And,
I think you give a $20 bill to everybody in the restaurant.
They all come up to the table for a reason. Okay, it's like I have like a Pez dispenser with 20s in it, and so you do that. But I love everybody has things they love. Okay, I love people bringing me good food.
Guys, I wanted this final episode of the season to be a special one, and for those of you that do not know my story, I'm going to give you a very shortened version of it. For 15 years, I was blessed to be in the pharmaceutical sales industry that led me to a financial security that I'd always dreamed of, but I was absolutely broken on time. For the first 7 years that my oldest son was alive, I spent at least 150 nights a year in a hotel or a company apartment. The gentleman that you see on the screen right now is the individual that changed my life. He saw that I needed a helpline. He was a friend to me when I needed a friend. And he spent about 2 years on the phone with me every week as I drove back and forth to Atlanta to the company apartment. And he talked to me about life. He talked to me about family. And he talked to me about core values. And he talked to me about everything other than insurance. And one day, Danny Young said something to me that forever changed my life. He said, Spivey, I'm not in the insurance business. I'm in the life-changing business. So Danny, for all of those friends out there tuning in, what does that mean?
Well, Todd, first of all, I'm fired up to be here. Seriously, I love talking with you. We met in Hawaii. I had heard of you. I knew that you were really, really close with Brandon Allison, one of the founders. I had never heard anything bad about you at all, and I finally met you in Hawaii. And I had asked Brandon, why isn't this man in our business? And he said, because he's in pharmaceuticals. They pay him a lot of money to do what he does, and he can't leave the money. And so I think I texted you, and when we got back from Hawaii, and said, would you be open to a phone call with me about me building you an agency here? And you said absolutely. And we had that phone call, and it was basically, here's what I don't need from you, Todd. I don't need your time, because you don't have any. I mean, I found that out from, in Hawaii. You don't have any. I mean, they were sucking every minute of life out of you. I said, but what I do need is your credibility. If you can point to some people, I'll go get those people. I'll bring them here, and I will build an agency for you. And that's what we did. And, you talk about me changing your life, but see, both of our lives got better. I saw a survey they took and said that had like 5 or 6 main causes of stress in people's lives. And number one was relationships, one was job, but 46% was money. Money. And see, stress is a killer. Stress affects every other aspect of your life. And so what we get to do here is we get to change people's lives. That's what we do. See, the difference between what you make each month and what you spend each month, that gap is called your standard of living. And look what's happened the last 3 years. Look what's happening right now. Gas prices are up, food prices are up, interest rates are up, inflation's up, airfares are up. Everything is up, Todd, except for incomes. So if your income is the same, but what you spend grows, your gap gets smaller, your standard of living goes down. This is why you hear people say we can't seem to get ahead. No, you're not going to get ahead in this environment, okay, doing what you've been doing. You're not going to get ahead. What we do for people in a lot of different areas helps their standard of living. See, the difference between wealthy people in America and middle income people in America is information. Wealthy people have always had access to that information. They have smart people handling their money. So they've always had access. Middle income, on the other hand, middle income has been left on their own to figure it out. How do you think most of them have done? Poorly. Poorly, because they lack the information. What we do at Symmetry is we bring information to middle income America. I read that if you have a job in America and you have kids, you're broke. Okay? Kids today are kind of born with they lack that gene that would keep them from feeling bad about spending your last dime, okay? The percentage of people in middle income America that live in check to check right now is like 70-something%. We can fix that. If you read Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant, it explains so much about what's going on in America right now, because there's four ways to make money. You can have a job where you own that job until they don't want you anymore. Or you can be self-employed, where the job owns you. See, that's your doctors and dentists and attorneys and hair salons and nail salons, that sort of thing. Self-employed. 95% of the people that make money in America, 95% are in those two quadrants. But the funny thing about that is those two quadrants generate 5% of the income generated in this country. See, the other two quadrants, you got a business owner quadrant and you got an investor quadrant. See, a business owner is somebody who has a system to make money. What the plan should be, which it isn't for middle income, but what the plan should be is that you should be in the business owner quadrant and make more money than you need so that you can send some money ahead into the investor quadrant. Invest your money till it gets to the point where when you get there, you can live off the money your money makes you. Middle income does not get there, okay? Middle income is trying to figure out right now how they're going to retire. They thought they're going to retire at 65. Now it's looking more like it's going to be never, okay? Those 5%, and the business owners and the investors, generate 95% of the income in this country. The Symmetry allows you to start here self-employed. And you can stay self-employed. You can be there part-time, full-time, we don't care. You can stay there forever if you want to. We don't care. We don't have minimums, we don't have quotas. I've got people that want to make $500 a month so they could pay for one child's tuition. I've got people that want to make $5,000 a month part-time. Both those people can do that. We're going to help them do that. Whatever somebody wants here, they can get here if they're willing to work for it, work our system and that sort of thing. But we start people self-employed, and then we have a bridge for those people to get to business owner. We're just looking for good people that want more and they're willing to work to get more. That's what we want. The nicest thing about money is what you can do with it to help other people. That's the best thing, because look, your success is going to be measured in life. It's going to be measured by what you get, but your significance is going to be measured by what you give. And money is a big deal to a lot of people that don't have any, okay? And so if you make more than you need, you can help other people. There's not many things better than that. Not many things better than that at all. And so money is nice, all right? Time is nice. See, this is where you were. You were broke on time. Time flies. You know, you're going to blink, and your boys are going to be driving.
Yep.
You're going to be blinking again, and you're going to be walking your daughter down the aisle. And you could have been doing that, spending 3 or 4 nights a week away from them.
Which, you know the story that's exactly what I was doing. And the two significant inflections in my journey that turned it around was those conversations with you and understanding that you were a part of a life-changing business and not just the insurance industry. And then secondly, Danny, that time I walked in and I had a one-on-one teacher conference with my oldest son's kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
And she pulled me aside and said, I've got to ask you, do you travel a lot for your job? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. Why? And she said, well, we've noticed some behavior tendencies in your son that's pretty common when the father's not present. I knew right then that something was broken.
Yeah. The time, look, it's the one thing you can't get more of, man. You can't get more of it. I think the biggest thing that this thing gives you is freedom. There's no such thing as something better than freedom, where you can decide the when and the what and the where and the who every day of your life. Every day of your life. You don't have a boss. One thing I tell people, how many chances do you get to climb history's ladder? See, Symmetry is climbing history's ladder. And you get a chance to come here and climb along with it. That's pretty cool, I think. Okay, so that's what we have to offer people. It's ridiculous from a product standpoint. I ain't even talked about people coming here and working with us, but from a product standpoint, what we get to do for people, it's just insane.
We truly are a part of a life-changing business, and,
right.
and not just an insurance organization. But I know, Danny, you've had the unique experience to be a part of other insurance organizations in the past, and you've seen some things in your time, and you've watched some very successful ventures rise and fall. Certainly would like your perspective on, just what makes Symmetry different from other insurance organizations out there.
I have been in the insurance industry for 38 years now, and I call it the insurance industry. It's what I do, but it's not who we are. Okay, I'm in the people business. Okay, I'm not in the insurance business selling people. I'm in the people business. I just happen to be one of the things I do is sell insurance. But I know a lot about traditional companies. I know a lot about your P&C companies. They all do really good things. Okay, but most of those companies, Todd, from my experience, they're structured with company first, agent second, client third. They don't sell to a need like we do. If somebody needs mortgage protection, that's what we give them. If they need debt-free, that's what we give them. If they need an annuity, if they need a retirement, a tax-free retirement, that's what we do. We sell to a need. A lot of insurance people that I've seen sell based on how much premium they can get out of somebody. Whether the product is the best product for them or not is immaterial. Doesn't matter, because those companies tell them. They tell them what they have to sell and what percentage they have to sell in order to get paid. But here, I'm telling you, here, we have people come here, Todd, and just do mortgage protection. We have people come here and just do debt-free life. We have people come here and just do tax-free retirements. See, we don't really care. We're not going to tell people what they have to do. But Symmetry is client first, based on a need, agent second, company third. Symmetry, the people behind the scenes at Symmetry get up every day and come into work and try to find ways to make our life better. How to free up more time for us, number one, and more passive income, number two. You're limited by time. If you're in sales of any kind, you are limited by time. You got 24 hours a day. You got 168 hours in a week. That's it. So, and where can you go to come here and build a business within a business? Here, look, you're building a company within a company here. That's what y'all let me do. And see, when you come here, you don't get a boss here. You get a leader. You get a mentor. You get somebody who has a vested interest in your success. We get paid around here as leaders to help people become successful, not to help people fail. That's what we get to do.
Some of the products that we're rolling out these days, Danny, are just mind-blowing to me, and I know you've seen the market along this journey, and the opportunity we have now to do this business from your home, to protect clients in the comfort of your own couch, is mind-blowing. Some of the products that we're rolling out right now that are on platform, there's going to be 6 to 8 more products right behind it. We're literally able to sit down with the client via Zoom, via telephone, and within 15 minutes of having a conversation, that client has a policy in their inbox in force, and the agent's able to go on and protect the next family, and or, like you said, choose to take that time and go back and spend doing something that they actually love to do. It's incredible.
Symmetry has continued to go up every year, ever since inception, since 2009, up. Most people have what I call an income trickle. Okay, they get paid once a month, they get paid twice a month, they get paid once a week, whatever. Okay, but that's, you work 2 weeks, you get paid one time ever for working that 2 weeks. You'll never get paid again for working that 2 weeks if you have a job. But see, you come here and you can have an income stream from mortgage protection if that's all you wanted to do. Then you can have a stream from final expense. You have a stream from debt-free life. You have a stream from tax-free retirements. And the biggest stream you can get if you want to build an agency, where you get those people's 168 hours, where you can build you a little team, build you a big team, but it's all going to be income streams. You can have 5 income streams here, and over time. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to come here from your $40,000 a year job and make $250,000 your first 6 months. Okay. Now, we've got people. I had a guy last year in my agency that made over $300,000 by himself. Been there 2 years. 2 years by himself. But he worked hard, protected a lot of people. That's all you got to do.
That example of what's possible, buddy, and I know you're a very humble individual, but if you're new to us and you're listening in, just talk about how long you've been here and how you went from just you by yourself to where you are today, numbers-wise.
We came here the last week of November 2013, so it's been, 9 years and 5 months, something like that, 4 or 5 months. And I came here by myself, and then I got a few of my people I knew, and they got a few people they knew, and we did $2.5 million in premium my first year, 2014. But I think we had I think in our second year our first year we had like 77 agents, 77 that wrote business that year, did $2.5 million. And here we are in our ninth year last year. In our ninth year, I had 1,400 agents write business, and we did almost 29 million. And look, I say that to say this, but look, it's not me, okay? Your success here is not going to be based on how good you are. It's going to be based on how good the people are that you attract and train and motivate and coach and help. So anybody that's willing to learn, anybody that is coachable, anybody that can, I break it down to 2 things. If you can do these 2 things, you can win here. If you can work with people and if you can make yourself work, boom, you're going to win. It just doesn't take that much. Think about this. There are people right now that have been here less than 2 years that have become agency owners. They own their agency. That money off that agency is going to go with their family, whether they're here or not. That's insane. Sandy Young and I worked 3 years, Todd, hard. First 3 years working for ourselves. Then we worked for our kids. Now we're working for our grandkids. That's pretty cool. You know, if you ask me, that's pretty cool. It may not be cool to anybody but me and Sandy Young, but that's really cool to us.
That's in 9 years.
9 years. I'm not big on pictures on above somebody's fireplace, but see, I want my grandkids to have my picture up there and say that's the one that did it. See, you could be the one that did it in your family. You could be, but you got to find the right vehicle, and it's not going to be a job. It is not ever going to be a job. It's going to be an opportunity, and if you can see an opportunity, then you got to take advantage of it.
I think a lot of people out there, Danny, you can see the opportunity now. I mean, your agency and what you and Sandy Young have built is such of significance, but the lives you've impacted along that journey just truly is remarkable. But you can see there's people that's done it faster. There's people that's built a $10 million agency in 3 years
Yes.
or less time. The things we continue to innovate at this company,
That's right.
again, continues to allow everybody that does this next an opportunity to do it faster and to be more profitable and to give them more time. A lot of times what I hear, Danny, is, am I too late?
Yeah.
I missed the rocket ship. What do you say to those people, Danny?
Somebody can come here today, and you tell me where you can find this in America, okay? When I got here 9.5 years ago, I had a much better opportunity than the people that were here 4 years earlier. People that came here 5 years ago had a much better opportunity than I did 9.5 years ago. People that come here today, look, if somebody's just looking at this thing, you could not have found a better time to join Symmetry. Because there will be people that something that took me 9.5 years to build, somebody's going to do it in 4 or 5, because you have so much more. You got so much more technology. You got so many more products. It's just unbelievable what this thing has done. And people are coming to us now, Todd. You know that. We used to have to go just beat the door down a lot of times. Not anymore. We go see people that ask us to come see them. We don't even go see them, okay? We see them on a Zoom. But it's only going to get better. Just look at the numbers. And I think somebody that doesn't know anything about Symmetry, the more you dig into it, the more you're going to like it. The more you're going to like it. Nothing like this in America.
So, Danny, one of the biggest things that we've learned in this industry is the importance of getting to conference. This is a business that is caught. It is not taught.
Correct.
What is your philosophy on conference and the importance?
Well, I think that big decisions are made at big events. This is a big event. People that aren't in Symmetry can go, and they can actually see. Because a lot of people think that this is not a very big thing. This is not a very big company. This is just untrue, okay? But you have to go. See, the importance of going to conference is the fact that it's not going to be what you see. It's not going to be what you hear. It's going to be what you feel. You have to be there in order to get it. Because, see, if people are going to win in life, if you're going to go from where you are to where you want to be, you got to change something. And you have to see something before you want it. See, seeing comes before wanting. So if you want to change your life, you need to see something that you think can change your life. And you can see that at our conference. But people that don't go, here's a fact. They'll be the same people the day after conference as they were the day before conference. But those people that go will be different. Because you want something different, you have to do something different. You can't just keep doing the same old thing and expect to get more from it. Conference is unbelievable as far as putting impetus on your journey here. Nobody's ever won here without going to conference. And it's full of information. But see, if you're not going to change, because if you're a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year person with a job, you're not going to be a $300,000 person unless you change something, okay? And you're not going to change because you want to. You're not even going to change because you need to. You're going to change when you're inspired to. And conference is the biggest inspiration that there is. And you're going to go there and you're going to see people that came from a worse place than you are right now, and they're winning here. And that may inspire you to change. But I can't tell you how important conference is.
Yeah, you just nailed it, buddy. And just think about this. We started out in Courtyard Marriott's 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Couldn't beg for people to show up.
That's right.
Last year, we sold out a 5,000 person theater in downtown Denver. And guess what we had to do for the after party this year? We had to expand the location because we have outgrown those facilities. Yeah. This thing is special, buddy, and it's only getting better. So much happening on the horizon. I will forever be grateful to you, Danny and Sandy, for taking the time to reach out and care about a human like you did. Those interstate conversations are some of the most treasured memories that I'll keep with me for a lifetime. I came to this company broken with time, and I will tell you, for the last 3 weeks, Danny, I have coached basketball and our baseball and our golf, or I have sat through a dance recital 6 of the 7 nights for the last 3 weeks in a row.
That is awesome.
I'm a new kind of tired.
Well,
I'm looking for a nap kind of tired.
Think about how that makes. I mean, we don't get all the credit for that. Okay, you were at wit's end. Okay, all we did was just kind of open your eyes a little bit about what's going to happen if you continue on that path. And when I see on Facebook, I see, you sent me a text last night of your son playing a baseball game. I just love that. I love seeing that, because but things happen for a reason. See, you came here at the time you came here because you were supposed to. And the impact that you had on Symmetry from an agent development standpoint, and all of your input in the people side of this thing, this is one of the main reasons that Symmetry is growing like it's growing. So we appreciate you. I mean, you brought so much to this company, it's unbelievable.
Kind of you to say. I appreciate you. I appreciate your leadership. I appreciate the fact that you served, and you're a member of the Legacy Advisory Board. I'm so grateful for the advisory board members that we have serving today, and all the many directs and agency owners that are fighting to create a difference and truly go out and focus on changing somebody's life. I'd like to probably guess, Danny, there's a large portion of this company that gets that from your words that you've spoken over the years and the energy that you've continued to pour into this organization. And for that, buddy, on behalf of myself, Symmetry, and all of Quality Nation, forever grateful for you and Sandy, buddy. And thank you for joining me today on Todd Talks.
Todd, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you more than you know. All right? Let's go grow.
Let's go do it. We got lives to change. What was your favorite TV show to watch growing up as a kid?
Well, understand that, when I was growing up as a kid, there were 3 channels. There was no remote control. Actually, there was. My daddy had 5 of them. I was one of them, okay? Get up and change that channel.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining Todd Talks. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button to follow future episodes. And also, if you would, give us a thumbs up or drop a comment and let us know what you think. Talk to you again next episode.